The following program is a part of Black Squirrel Entertainment.
This week, we've got tariffs.
Fantastic. All
Systems
Systems
Go
Go starts right now.
Greetings, and welcome back to another episode of All Systems Go, the only show that fibs to their own mother about audition results. I'm Joe, and I only tell the lie.
And I'm Tyler, and I only tell the truth. Let's get started. He's not gonna. There we go. Donald Trump has officially crossed the line. The controversial president imposed tariffs on Canada, China, and Mexico, driving up the cost of gaming paraphernalia. The Entertainment Software Association, which represents several industry giants including Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, has urged the administration to consult with the private sector to avoid harm to the video game industry, stating, "Tariffs on video game devices and related products would negatively impact hundreds of millions of Americans and would harm the industry's significant contributions to the U.S. economy. Keep this in mind next election."
If we know anything about PlayStation, it's that they're more interested in burying Bloodborne than making actually viable games. In 2021, modder Lance McDonald released a patch that would upgrade the capped frame rate of Bloodborne from 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second. So isn't it great that it took 4 years for PlayStation to finally take action for literally no reason at all? McDonald took to Twitter to state, "Today, I received a DMCA takedown notification on behalf of Sony Interactive Entertainment asking that I remove links to the patch I posted on the internet. So I've now done so. Sony has yet to comment on this situation, but we will update the story when possible."
Read it and weep, comic fans. After years of no major representation, Marvel's first family is back in a big way. With Fox out of the picture, it's no stretch to say that 2025 is looking pretty fantastic. All 4 characters are making their debut in the first post-launch season of Marvel Rivals. But most exciting, for this comic book fan at least, is the trailer drop for the new film Fantastic Four: First Steps. The flick looks to be set in the 60s with a retro future aesthetic and will finally include a comic-accurate Galactus. It's releasing July 25th, and I, for one, will be there with 3 of my closest cosmic compadres.
What's worse than figuring out that your work has been plagiarized by someone else? I'll tell you, learning that a plagiarism device potentially plagiarized your plagiarism device. Last week, the Chinese AI program DeepSeek caused a massive crash within the stock market for companies such as Nvidia and Microsoft. DeepSeek claimed that it was a cheaper and more powerful alternative to Western models like ChatGPT. However, some have called into line the process of distillation, which is when developers train their AI models using data from larger ones. Twitter was quick to call out the situation, with one user writing, "OpenAI, the company built on stealing literally the entire internet, is crying because DeepSeek may have trained on their outputs from ChatGPT. They're crying their eyes out. What a bunch of hypocritical little babies." End quote.
Fantastic news for potential scam victims. Steam has begun a new system to notify potential buyers if an early access title has gone an extended period of time without an update. However, there is some conjecture as to what qualifies as an update. PC Gamer noted that a game which had recently received an update still had the tag up on its page. Some theorize the confusion is caused when an update goes through the Steam Betas option as opposed to being a standard update for the main download. It's really too early to predict the impact of this system, however, only time will tell.
Let's scale things down a tiny bit and talk about what's happening right here in beautiful Kent, Ohio. Though we're starting our first week of ASG, the esports team is in the midst of their 3rd week, so let's recap week 2. The Overwatch 2 team won 3 of their 4 matches with Western Michigan University, winning and going up to 3rd in the rankings. The League of Legends team won their first round against Central Michigan University 2-0 and had a bye for their second round. Like the Overwatch 2 team, the League team is also 3rd in their rankings. Make sure to follow at esportsksu on Instagram and Twitter for more updates.
After the break, Sophia falls for the newest trick in the book
And learns that this is how the Mafia works. All Systems Go, we'll be right back.
Coming up, Sophia permanently destroys her algorithm.
Hey, what's up? I have a confession to make. I'm addicted to mobile games. I want to make something clear. These mobile games have not taken a financial toll on my life. Except for that one time I was really into Heyday and bought Farm Pass. Or that other time I bought a Papa's mobile game. Anyways, aside from those isolated incidents, my addiction to mobile games mostly impacts the amount of time that I'm spending on it, which is a lot. I'm not afraid to admit it. And something that happens when you spend a lot of time on these games in order to avoid in-app purchases is you'll watch a lot of ads, typically for other games for you to download. And these games have ads that are terrible and low quality because, most of the games are terrible and low quality. But in order to entice you to actually download them, the evolution now is that there are ads that are playable. So you'll sit and you'll play a little game, and then you'll download the app, and then it's nothing like what you just played. Nothing. Sometimes it is gameplay that is completely different, to the point that there are now ads that say some images are not involved in actual gameplay. Crazy, right? So I decided with that in mind to take you down a little ASG myth-busting route and show you some of the popular in-app ad games. You know what I mean? These are apps that have ads in other games, and these may or may not be accurate. And it's up for me to share with you which ones are and are not accurate. So, let's get started. Office Cat is an idle tycoon game in which you are a cat, but you will also be trying to become the most successful CEO in all the land. You will lease building space to a variety of cat-themed companies. Podify instead of Spotify, KitTalk instead of TikTok, you get the gist. You'll collect rent from these cats, and from there you'll develop the office spaces, hire managers, and develop a monopoly, essentially. What you will not be doing is loading a bunch of cat and office workers into buses according to the color of their fur. This is a matching game concept which is widely used and reused for mobile games and playable mobile game ads, but as someone who has played the actual game for about a month off and on before seeing the ads, I can confirm this is not a part of actual gameplay. So, obviously, the final verdict is that this ad is not accurate at all. Screw Away 3D game puzzle, or whatever the second part is, I've never seen it, is exactly what you think it is. It's a puzzle game in which you take screws out of various 3D sculptures. I am happy to report that the ads for this game are exactly as the game is advertised. The game itself is so simplistic, you quite literally cannot and should not portray it as anything else. I am now at level 375 of this game, and frankly, I am not ashamed of it. This ad is officially deemed accurate. Project Makeover is a Queer Eye-esque makeover game where you are the director of a show with the same name. You take people like a woman owning a restaurant or a man overrun with work as a mechanic and quote-unquote change their life. The catch to this is that doing these makeovers requires in-game currency. To get this currency, you'll play a matching minigame, and it's essentially a knockoff Candy Crush. This game is nothing like the ad that you see before you download it. Your main character is sitting in a salon chair after being dumped by some ex-boyfriend, and the purposely incorrect steps to complete that girl's makeover are not in the game whatsoever. The game gives you other options, more realistic options, and it allows you to even make creative choices. So, while the concept is kind of the same, the actual ad is not accurate. I left this one for last because it's a little confusing. Royal Match, if you've ever seen ads for it, is a knockoff Candy Crush, as most games are nowadays, and you are matching different shapes and colors in order to save a king from perilous life or death, woman stranded on a train track type scenario. I have to say, this is confusing because this is part of the game, but not all of it. When you actually download the app, it's just the matching game, and you get points and you do all of the little challenges and passes and all those things that games try to get you to purchase nowadays. But the part that you see in ads is a bonus level, and they call it the King's Nightmare levels, where the king is having a nightmare, and then you have to save him from these perilous life or death unrealistic situations. So on a technicality, the ad is accurate, but it's not all that you're doing. So if there's a verdict or a moral to this story, is that these ads, it really depends on the game. whether or not they're accurate. Sometimes games are so simplistic that you have to portray it as exactly what it is because people would be really confused if you don't. Or you can do what Royal Match did. Include it as a part of your game so that people are still looped in, but can still actually enjoy the main gameplay. So, with that being said, my rule of thumb here is to check the App Store and see what kind of images they provide, because those are images of actual gameplay, not the random ad that you saw while playing Solitaire or Candy Crush on your phone. So yeah, keep an eye out, stay vigilant. I'll talk to y'all soon.
After the break, we're talking about evil residents and not any tall, hot vampire ladies. All systems go, we'll be right back.
Rumor has it that there are multiple new Resident Evil games in development. Joining me are Cohlman, Zach, and Joe as we discuss the future of this insane franchise. But first off, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all the time I can spare to play with you. Anyways, rumor says that there are 3 games in development, and these are Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Code Veronica remake. So let's discuss these leaks. So first of all, an older leak says that Leon S. Kennedy and Jill Valentine are going to be teaming up, marking their first time teaming up in the games. So I understand that this rumor may have been already debunked, but I believe that we can keep dreaming about this. So how do you feel about that?
I think that would have been a really cool game to see, because if I remember right, the leaks were saying it would be in like some like wintry kind of place. Was it? Did you see anything about that?
I think so. I remember them saying that it's there's gonna be a hospital area. It's gonna, or one of the leaks said something about a moon cult.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds really cool. But I think seeing Jill and Leon would be pretty awesome for sure. What do you think, Jeff?
I mean, I think that would be pretty cool to see like their game. I mean, we kind of technically got something like that with Resident Evil Death Island.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
say that too.
We
Death Island had that, a lot of that built in.
Yeah, so we kind of got that, but I guess we haven't really gotten like a team up in like a video game or something like that. I think it'd be very interesting to see them both team up, since they're both they're the polar opposite teams kind of. So to see them kind of mix and match would be pretty cool to see happen.
Do you think it would be like co-op, or it would just be like switching between the characters?
Personally, I'd rather not have co-op in Resident Evil games, since there has been like problems with Resident Evil 5 and 6 in particular. Because Resident Evil 5, Sheva's AI was known for it being really bad.
It's horrible.
Terrible.
And Resident Evil 6, everything is co-op, so it's kind of sad really, especially Ada's campaign. They just have another character called Agent that can't even open doors. And I mean, he can teleport, but he has no personality whatsoever, and most importantly, he can't open doors.
I'm trying to think.
Ooh, what if we got like for RE9, just the idea, like what if like Jake Wesker came back from RE6?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I just randomly remembered that name from RE6, but like it'd be very interesting if like Jake Wesker, like any other character from RE6 may return, because I know like they're usually like one-offs kind of, but it'd be interesting to see them make returns if possible.
I want to see Sheva come back from RE5.
I also want to see Sheva from RE5 come back.
What about you, Coleman? What are you thinking?
I honestly agree with you. I honestly agree with the both of you. I really appreciate that you brought up Dead Island, because I was actually going to mention Dead Island myself. Though I think it would be also cool as well if you can have like, it, you know, not to mix other Capcom elements into the mix, but getting like a groove system involved. With, I don't mean to reference CBS, but like I think it'd be nice if you had some kind of groove system.
What do you mean?
With Resident Evil. So maybe having Leon and Jill, But also, I think like because they were a part of like I guess opposite teams, maybe having those maybe having like a team element perhaps.
Oh,
whether
so,
that be in like a side mode or the main mode.
Are you
I think
saying
would be
like
cool.
give Jill like stuff from like RE3
Yes.
and give Leon like the
Yes,
knife or whatever?
Ga-
That
like
would be
gameplay
cool.
elements
I see what you
swapping
mean.
in from
Yeah.
each of the games perhaps.
makes so much
That's
more
what I
sense.
mean. Thanks for further clarifying.
Yeah, that's one of my questions actually. So another rumor says that RE9 is going to be Capcom's biggest title yet in the franchise. So what are your expectations?
No more Winters talk. I'm going to be completely real. Or if we do get something from like Rosemary, I hope it's like either just a lore entry, but in some case, Shadows of
Rose?
Yeah, Shadows of Rose was it. That's all I need to know about it. I know, hot take, but that's all I need to know about it. Let's bring it back, baby.
I agree with you, but Shadow Rose left me with one question, and that is, what happened to Mia Winters? Okay. Lastly, I want to talk about the rumored remakes, so RE0 remake and Code Veronica. So how do you guys feel about that?
I think a Code Veronica remake would be very cool. I've only seen like the cutscenes and I've watched a few like YouTube videos like talking about. It wasn't like the best game, but it could definitely be made better. And like given a remake, that would be really cool. Like I would love seeing Wesker in it since he was in. Well, he played a very small part, but he was in RE4 remake, so they could definitely do something with that. And I think having Chris and Claire being like in a new game would be pretty cool.
Code Veronica feels more warranted than a Zero remake in my opinion, because wasn't Zero remake a retelling of a previous Resident Evil game already?
No,
kind of?
because that's just like that's the prequel to what's happening in Resident Evil. I'm gonna take a hot take real quick. Code Veronica is the true Resident Evil 3. That's a hot take, but it is a true Resident Evil 3, and I'm tired of people saying it's not.
I think I agree with you, but that's all the time we have today. So did we talk about the franchise for 7 minutes like Albert Wesker would have wanted? Maybe, but the future is looking really happy for RE fans. So speaking of happy, let us join Cohlman as he as he plays the classic game Happy Wheels. All systems go. We'll be right back.
In a minute, Coleman dies, and then he dies, and then he dies.
Disclaimer. The following gameplay features mildly graphic, albeit cartoony aesthetics and behaviors. The blood settings have been turned down to accommodate this, and necessary censorship has been made. All this being said, viewer discretion is advised.
Top of the morning, Elias. My name is Coleman from ASG, and welcome back to Happy Wheels! Or it might be welcome to Happy Wheels, because this is the first Happy Wheels video on ASG. Don't worry about it, You know, like this U2's figure of Jack? This is courtesy of ASG alumni, Anne-Marie. Hope you're doing well, Anne-Marie. We miss you. Keeping it back here. Okay, so, as I mentioned in that slightly overdramatic intro, welcome to Happy Wheels. For the two people that don't know, it's a very popular internet-based game that involves users creating levels that involve very wacky physics of people riding in particularly different like vehicles or just different ways of transportation to get from point A to point B. The only catch is though is that your body is extremely susceptible and vulnerable to its organs being destroyed. So with that being said, it's your goal is to get from point A to point B, or to do the objective of a level without dying. Alright, but like I said, I know you guys pretty much already know this game, so let's just jump into it. We're going to go browse levels. We're going to go highest rated levels of this week. Sort by rating. Right at the top here we have dumb ways to survive. No one get injured. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Dumb ways to survive. Click here, broken shredder. Oh, that's cool. So like, it's dumb, but you survive, like in the title. Not really, I guess. This is not an accurate representation of what this game is normally like, but that's okay. What the Sigma? What the Sigma? What the Sigma? Fake gun. Re-5. I don't know about that, Chief. Let's get it. Let's do Pogo in Dreamland, like Kirby Return to Dreamland. Oh God, what am I doing? Oh God, oh God. Go to sleep, count your sheep. Might be underrated, but like I am not too fond of the Pogo guy. Cause like literally, it's so hard to get moving with him. I like the characters that like move. Oh, this is Dreamland. Oh, are these like random times that you wake up? Ugh. No, crap. Oh, okay. Just for the love of God, don't get pushed off. No. Okay, we're not getting pushed off. No. Oh my God. Okay, we're timing along with it well. I lost my helmet, but that's okay. No. Oh. Whoa, gee, his head. Come on. Oh. Nah, screw this. Okay, impossible spike fall. Not even 99.9%. It's literally just impossible. Oh God. No. Go. Ugh. Go. Ooh. That's not gonna be it. I got it. No, we're good. I'm not gonna win. Darn it. Come on. We got it. Let's go. I knew it. Rope swing green. I love rope swings. Okay. Gotta hold out. And then. I already am losing an arm. I don't want to accidentally grab my arm and fall. And I'm already grabbing and falling. And. Oh. Now we good. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're okay. And then we're gonna fall in here. I lost that arm, but that's okay. Okay, we're gonna. No. Okay, I thought I was about to like get it. I can't even speak. I was about to get head like off. Uh-oh, am I facing the right way? Oh, yeah. Little world. An evil wizard has turned you into a giant and teleports you through time. Can you beat him? Well, if he turned me into a giant, I'd probably be able to demolish him. In theory, right? What kind of fight is this? I'm just holding up on the keep. Never mind. Space dunk. Oh, I like these ones. You take like characters and then you like, or a basketball and then you have to dunk it in the sky. Oh, you have to grab that and then you do that. Well, you know what? Let's smack you back on Earth. Okay, let's actually do it for real this time. So I'm guessing I have to hold up. Then you're gonna. You don't really launch up far enough. Hold up when. Yeah. I am. I'm holding up. I just don't get it in there. Maybe this will help a little more. Oh. And then. I'm throwing over the thing! Maybe a broken leg will help more. Let me get in there myself. I'll use my leg. Oh God. Push my arm in there. Yeah! That is how you think smarter and not harder. And I died. Okay, well that does it for ASG Happy Wheels. I wanted to make a video on this because this game is very iconic and it's a staple of mine and many others' childhoods. But yeah, that does it to me. With that being said, go watch some more All Systems Go. Peace out.
That's all the time we have for this week's episode of All Systems Go.
Follow our Instagram for some fun behind-the-scenes content, our YouTube for past episodes, and our TikTok just for funsies. All Systems Go, signing off.